Welcome to the Daily Coffee Pro by Mapper Forward, friends. I'm your host, Lee Safar, and today on the podcast, we are taking a look at inventory management for cafes and for roasteries. I recently was helping a client put together an inventory management system, and it was pretty interesting, and we've never talked about it on the podcast before, so I thought I would do an episode that helped you understand why this is something you should be across every month for your small business, particularly now with the way that inflation is and with the way that shortages are going. So before we get started, if this is something that you need help with, or if anything else is something you want to focus on for 2022 in your small business, consider Mapper Forward's consulting services. They're affordable and they're available in a couple of different ways. We have monthly coaching, we have one-on-one coaching, and we have group coaching. If you and a couple of other business owners that you know want to come together and can't particularly afford one-on-one consulting, but are looking at getting regular group coaching together, that's something that we offer. So head to the show notes and head to our testimonials page to see how our consulting services have changed the lives of business owners around the world. So, inventory management systems. This is something that I don't know why we haven't talked about this on the podcast before, but it's super important for all small businesses. This is something that was the bane of my existence every month with Elixir, and the reason is, let me be clear. You've got to count everything. Wait, let me take a step back. What is it? Inventory management systems. Every month, you need to do a stock take of all the product that you have. And your stock take is counting every cup that you have, every spoon you have, every bag of coffee that you have, all the packets of napkins, everything. And you want to have this as a recorded monthly count that happens. And the reason you want to do this is to make sure that there is a correlation between the amount of product that you're counting since the last month. So you do it at the same time every month. Last day of the month in January, you do it the last day of the month every month after that. If you do it in the middle of the month, you do the same thing every month after that. The reason is because if your POS system or your sales system says that you sold 500 units of this thing, but you have 600 units missing since your last stock take, it tells you that either you are wasting 100 units somehow, or it's going missing and it's getting stolen or it's getting eaten by staff or whatever it is. You need to have insight into how the inventory is flowing in your warehouse or in your storage room. And you do this with something that's called a stock take. And a stock take can be very painstaking, but very gratifying for somebody like me who's very into order. And I'm not OCD about it, but I feel really great when I know that like all the accounting's been done and I know that all the stock takes have been done and I've ticked everything off a list. I like those kinds of things, and they give you a kind of clarity that helps you make decisions like that super quickly, super easily, and based on the numbers. Now, if there is money that is leaking out of your business, having a stock take will give you big insight into where that is going. So if you see that you sell, you store soft drinks or sodas in your storage room, and you know through your POS system that you have sold 40 cases this month, but your counting shows that 50 cases went missing. Well, there's a high likelihood that didn't go to wastage. that's probably been taken by somebody. And if you are wondering why your business is not being as profitable as it could be, that's a great indication that will give you some insight into that. Now, another really great thing that an inventory management system or a stock take will show you is what is not moving. So what is money that's sitting on the shelf that you're not maximizing? If there's special packaging that you have put aside that just for a campaign that just didn't work, perhaps you can find a way to repurpose that money that's sitting on the shelf and get it moving to make it profitable. Perhaps there are certain sizes in your coffee bags that just aren't what customers want. Well, perhaps you could create a special offer that could get those bags moving, get that money off the shelf, and then you know not to order that size bag anymore. Having customer acquisition plans built around these campaigns is a really great way to ensure the success of that campaign. And if you need any help with that kind of stuff, we are going to be releasing courses next year, on-demand learning, so that you can learn how to put a customer acquisition plan together, or you can get our consulting services to help you do that for specific campaigns in the coffee industry. So as you can see, having a inventory management system that's got a detailed stock take that happens every month will be a really, really great way for you to start increasing your profitability and having better control of the way that inventory moves in and out of your business. Just out of interest, I did want to mention the way that you manage your inventory has changed over the last 12 months and will continue to change over the next 12 to 24 months. And that's because of supply chain shortages. And so having a stock take will also show you what your minimum thresholds are that you need every month. And it will give you an understanding of whether you're going through stock quicker or slower, and that will help you in these situations. I hope this has been helpful. Peace on peanut butter, friends. Have an amazing rest of your day.